Hello, welcome back to this lecture. Like I told you, I'm going to create now a Linux machine. By the way, you see that now we are the 2nd of January. Yesterday I made a party. Wow, it was terrible. That's why I didn't do any recording yesterday. So we are the 2nd of January. So Happy New Year to everybody. Hope that you will enjoy this new year healthily, happiness. You know, this is the most important. So let's go on this new lab, and we'll see how to create a Linux machine and to generate a public key and to use a putty to connect to this VM. Okay, so very simple. I'm going to go back here to my resource group here, and I will use like before the same resource group here. So I will go and select this one, project web app, for example. I think I created another one the last time, but it's okay. I can create it here, directly here. So when I go in my project web app here, I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new VM. So I'm going to go and add here, and we'll see after how to do it in PowerShell. This will be the next module. And I will choose directly now a VM, but this VM will be a Linux one. Okay, so I'm going to choose an Ubuntu one, and we'll see how to connect to this VM directly by SSH. So let's go here to compute, and I can directly also use Ubuntu server. This one will be better. Okay, so I'm using Ubuntu server, and I'm connecting actually to my new create VM Windows form here. So I'm gonna say, okay, this is my resource group, and I'm gonna create it not far from where I am actually. So I'm gonna use a Westore up here. So where is it? Must be here. That's the new. Okay, Westore up here. That's good. So Ubuntu here, and I'm going to choose this one, 2 CPU and 8 gig, and I'm going to use my SSH public key, okay, to connect directly to this VM. Okay, so my username will be Fabrice like before, and I'm going to generate a public key. For that, I'm going to use puttygen. Okay, so you can do it. It's very simple to do that. So where is it? So sorry, hop. So puttygen. That's it. And here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to generate a new public key. Okay, for that, I will move my mouse here like this, because here is it. And here I have my public key. So I'm gonna select my public key here. So I'm going to do all this, Control C, and I'm going to save my private key here. So I'm going to save my private key. No, I don't need any save private key. Okay, I'm going to put a password. So I'm going to save it here. I'm going to create a document here, a new folder here. So it will be Azure admin, and I'm going to write it here. So it's my public key, public key. That's it. No, my private key. Sorry, stupid. Private key. Okay, so this is I save my private key. I can save my public key if I want here. So I will say my public key, that's it, and that's all. And I just have to close this, and oh, where is it? It's here, yeah. This is my public key. So after that, I'm gonna open, of course, the SH22. That's all. I could, for example, to open, for example, HTTP 80 and to install, for example, HTTPD process, but it will be okay for this demonstration. After the disk, I will lay it like this. Remember that I have my SDA here disk, and they will have also a second disk for the swap. For example, you're going to create for me a new network, so I will let the network create it for me automatically. And you know what? I'm going to directly go here and just type review and create. That's all. So oh, validation. I don't know why I say validation. There's an error in the validation here. So oh, management may be here. So we'll do off here. Okay, and disk, premium disk. That's good. And basic. Okay, if I don't have the name of my VM, so VM Linux, that would be good. And and okay, premium. That's okay, yep. Management. Okay, so it seems to be okay. I think that because it didn't have the name of my VM, that's why. That's better. So of course I have this warning message saying that you know it will be open on 22. So be aware that you must change it after if you want to protect it, and I will do create here. So now my VM is actually in deployment in progress. So I can see that my VM is actually you know, is underway, and I can go directly to my resource group here and see all the resources that I created. So if I go here on my it was my project web app, I think so. Yeah, that's one. Yep. I will have my VM here created here, but I must wait because he's actually creating all the resources for my new Linux VM. So remember that now if I go to my resource, so if I go to resource here, and here I have my Linux here VM. So what I need is my public key here. So that's it. And I'm gonna open Putty now to connect directly to my application. So for that, first I need to go in SSH authentication here and take my private key. So I'm gonna go here on my document Azure admin, and I take my private key. That's all. And on logging my session, it will be the name. So I will put Fabrice at and the IP address here. So I'm going to do that, copy, and I'm just gonna paste it here. So that's all. Hey, I'm connected. Woohoo! Fantastic. And see, I'm directly connected with my RSA. That's all. I didn't have to put my password because using this key, and I'm connected actually. So if I do an ls pwd cd /, so cd slash okay. So here I'm connected. Wow, fantastic. Okay, so let's do alt on this VM, and I'm gonna just close it and do a stop. I don't need it anymore. So that's it. So thank you very much, and hope to see you in the next lecture. We're going to see how to create